So I thought we would go through the Artist of Life workbook, which I haven't done in like a year. Kind of defeated the purpose of it. So I did talk about this a couple of times throughout the year, but I didn't actually do what I planned on doing, which was going through like once or every other month on camera and being like, hey, let's see how we're doing and updating the monthly stuff in here. I didn't do that. I actually stopped updating the monthly stuff. Yeah, so I didn't even do August. So from January through July, I did everything. I just didn't necessarily share it all. But yeah, so I thought we could go through some of the stuff and see, even though I didn't stick to this, which was obviously part of the goal is to stick to it, just see kind of how I maybe did accomplish things, or maybe I did let things fall to the wayside because I didn't look at it. So let's do that. And if you don't know what this is from Lavender. She's been on YouTube for several years. She has these every year for a few years now. You can look her up. She's cool. Yeah, so that's what she does, is she has like planners and then the Artist of Life stuff. So it's curated by her and I guess her team. But yeah, so let's just look at my 2019 goals, I guess. I said I wanted to save money and budget appropriately, maintain long-distance relationships and grow new ones, and get fit and do things that make me happy. Those are my like 4 main goals for the year. Awesome. Money-wise, I didn't really save a whole lot of money because of some of the major things I did. Like I got Balto, I bought a house, things such as that. However, like financially, I'm still in a good place. So I do think it's successful in that regard, but have I put as much money into savings as I would like to? Oh my gosh, no. Like, no, I haven't. So I mean, that's worrisome, but at the same time, I can see the things I did instead that were like, okay, that's where that money went, and I'm okay with that. So now then, about relationships. So I think I've done an just below average job of maintaining my long distance relationships. I just think I let like way too many of my friends kind of just like my communication with them anyway like fall to the side because I'm not like on Kakao anymore. I do still have my Kakao, but like I'm just not on it anymore, and like I don't even remember my password, so like I can't even get on my computer. So, and then also there's like the time zone issue. So like that's been an issue. We still communicate like on Instagram and stuff like that pretty easily, but it's like, and of course I did a video with them, with some of them anyway, about our K-pop favorites, like our favorite artists and stuff. So you want to look at that, that's fun. But like other than that, like other than like a couple of them, I laid down really poorly and I feel bad about it. But here's something that they know, but the camera, you don't know, is I'm actually going to go visit them in January, at the end of January. So I'm like super excited about that. I'm going to be there for, I don't remember, like 10, 12 days, something like that. So I'm really excited. It's going to be freaking cold, which I hate, but like it was just working out like flight price wise where that would be a great time. They have vacation during that time. So I was like, we're going to fucking go. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'll get to reconnect with several of them. So new relationships on the dating front, no, but like on the front of getting new friends here, I have been successful in making friends at a church I semi-regularly have been attending. I go to their like young adult group, so I've made some friends there, so that's been nice. Get fit, whoa! I think during the first part of the year, like first 6-7 months, I did really well. Lately it's been a little harder, and part of that did start when I moved, because I think I've harped on this a lot about how like I really want to go to my original home studio, but like it doesn't make sense financially for like gas and all of that to go to that one every time. But like, so like that is part of the reason. The other part, as you may know if you've watched, I think like my November or December Get Ready With Me, I pinched a nerve in my leg. So like that really put me out for most of November and a little bit for December. It's been an issue. So yeah, that's been a problem. But I do think overall I've done okay. I think the first part of the year, like if the year was only 6 months, I would have been like, yes, and I can show you how. Because I really remember specifically like in April or something, like being like, oh my gosh, I feel like soon I'm gonna have abs. Because I was getting especially like really toned, you know, like in my stomach area, and I was like, fuck you. I don't really want abs, but like, I was like happy, but like, yeah. So that's definitely like a continuing thing I need to work on, but I think I've done well. I've really stuck to Orange Theory and like being more active in general. So do things that make me happy. Yes, I've done a fair amount of things that have made me happy, so I think that's good. Yeah, here's something interesting. One of the questions is, what is the thing I want to do that scares me the most? And I said send manuscripts and synopses out for one of my books I'm working on. I obviously didn't do that. I'm not even finished with it because I suck as a writer, because I like refuse to finish it. Like, I know I will be refocusing on really starting now, but in the new year I've already kind of made myself a bit of a plan to follow through for like the next year and a half related to that book, and the book after it. So I think it's a doable thing to stick to, so we shall see. What do I want to stop doing or do less of in 2019? Procrastinating. Oh my god, just stop. It's in all capital letters. I haven't stopped. Oh, for local things I'd like to do in 2019, the first one was go to a Monsta X concert, and I ended up not going this year. Just for a couple of reasons, and now I feel like a lot of regret about it because of Wonho. So that's really sad. Okay, so one of the exercises in here was drawing a current me versus future me. So you did like a little drawing if you wanted, and then you wrote like things around it. So this was mine. So this is 2018 me. This is supposed to be 2019 me, basically. So the main things I had for 2018, the main word right here, I don't know if you can see it, is restless. And over here it says at peace. I don't know if I'm completely at peace, but I do feel less like, oh my gosh, restless and anxious and like second guessing everything than I did this time last year. So like that's really good. And what I wanted was some of the things, it was like physically I wanted to be healthy and fit, have my makeup 100%. Also big words I had were being adaptive and flexible. I think I've done pretty well with that. Like personally and work-wise, I've been pretty adaptable and flexible, taking on like new roles and stuff like that. So in a romantic relationship, you know what? We did our best. And it just, less stressed and more at ease with life. I think that's kind of true, but also I don't know. I do feel less stressed, but also like I bought a house now, so there's like a new kind of stress of like, for instance, if I were to get fired or like lose my job, the issue is no longer like, oh, I have to break my lease and move out. It's now like, oh, I'm taking on all this debt. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. Awesome. That's what would happen instead. That's a little worrisome to think about. That's hilarious. Still so funny and easy to be around. I still think I'm pretty funny. And I think I'm pretty easy to be around, so I think I'm still that way. That sounds like a humble brag, but like I think I'm pretty great, okay? Anyway, there's like some interesting little tidbits here I did. So I definitely recommend, even if you're not gonna get the Artist of Life stuff, like this was a good exercise doing at the time, and then it's also good like looking back on it now to like see, you know, where I did kind of succeed in areas where like I'm like, oh, I don't even remember writing that, but that's a good point. So also it's like interesting some of the things I wrote about 2018 me. Like there's a couple things that are like, oh, like, well, what are you doing? I think I did okay. Even though I didn't like actively keep up with this, I think I did all right. But obviously I'm not gonna buy this again because I know that there were some great exercises in here, and I'm sure she's revamped a lot of them, added new things for this upcoming year, but like ultimately I didn't really use this how it should be regularly, so it's like, but anyway, overall this was like a fun little experiment for me to do. There's some good like little thoughtful things in here, like I said. I think I probably had a 60 to 70% success rate on everything in here that I shared with you. So yeah, this is the wrap up.